The things we need for our project is obviously the cutout pattern. We need the actual pattern, zipper, and bias tape. You can get this pattern on my website, zazaline.com, and once you cut it out, put it together, which is very easy. This one doesn't have too many pieces, but each panel has letter. So I have A, B, C, D for this pattern. So every time I'm working on let's say the front panel, I will be calling out the numbers, not the numbers, the letters. So that way you know exactly which piece you are gonna work on. We are gonna take D and B from the pattern, and we are gonna put the front panel together. So very easy. You take the long side and you will place it on one side, and then we are gonna go to the machine and we are gonna top stitch. We will do the same thing on both sides. So let's prep both sides. So you take the long side and you go on one side, the second side. We will take it to the machine and we are gonna go here and here. If you are working with a clear vinyl, you will need a Teflon foot, otherwise it's gonna get sticky. Now we are gonna take the lining D and we will place it on top. And we will do the same thing. We are just gonna go on both sides and we are gonna top stitch on both sides. If you are using lining with a print, so you have a good side and the wrong side, you put the print, the good side, you are putting down. So you are looking at the wrong side. When we are done, we will just simply flip it over. It's going to be a little challenging, especially if you have a vinyl, because it's stiff, but we can do it. So just turn it over. Once you manage to turn it inside out, we are going to top stitch on both sides. If you want, you can lightly go over with the iron just to flatten the edges. I'm gonna use vinyl, but you can use your fabric or you can match it up with the front panel, whatever you like. So we are gonna attach the bottom panel to the front panel. So let's put the vinyl, the good side facing the front panel. And you can stitch it out. Make sure it's in the middle. It's gonna be slightly bigger, just tiny little bit on the sides. And then we will flip it over and we are gonna attach the lining. So again, the lining, if you have a print, this print is gonna be facing down. And let's attach it, let's line it up so it's the same on both sides. We are gonna take it to the machine and we are gonna top stitch right here on the bottom. Now we are gonna flip it over, and when we are here at the machine, we are gonna top stitch right here. Now we are gonna take the panel A, which is the back panel, and we are gonna attach it to the bottom panel. So we will simply place it on top, and let's just find the midline. You can do a tiny little snip so you know where the midline is. We will do the same thing here. And we can do a tiny little snip. Okay, and now line the snips together so you know it's exactly in the center. And clip it and clip it. And now we will take it to the machine and we will sew the bottom, not the lining, just the vinyl, just this top piece. Okay, so this part is done. So what we are gonna do, we will flip it over. And now this is gonna be a little tricky. What we are trying to do is cover these raw edges. So we want to fold this a little bit, and we can take the iron and just help with the edge. And just iron a tiny little bit. It's gonna feel like the lining is a little bit smaller. That's okay, because when you bend it over, the lining is supposed to be a little smaller. So we will have to stretch it out a little. Okay, and now we will pull this over. And if you want, if you have the double-sided tape, this is gonna help you a lot. So let's just cut a little piece. And let's put it right here on the, oh, my piece is too long. Okay, and let's just put it, what you can do, just very gently iron the edge here too. It's a vinyl, so be very, very careful you don't melt the vinyl. Just tiny little, just to form the vinyl so it doesn't, so it listens. It's easier. Okay. And now let's take our tape and we will put the tape right here on the edge. And that way it's gonna stay down, and at the same time the fabric we will, sometimes it's hard to peel, there it is. And now we will pull it over. So far, this is what we have. So the this side is gonna feel a little bit bigger, but that's okay, because when you bend it down, it's gonna actually keep the shape, and it's gonna be perfect. So if you see this piece, the top piece, a little bit bigger, and the lining pulling, that's completely okay. That's how it should be. So now we are gonna flip it this way. So we are looking at the lining, and we will top stitch on the sides, just on the sides, leave these open. Okay, so on the sides. Now we are gonna box the bottom, so you will pull it out, and we will go to the sewing machine and just top stitch on both sides. We are gonna fold the one edge and put it on top, the raw edges. Use the clipper and do the same thing on the other side. So at the very end here, again, fold it to hide the raw edge and clip it in place. So this one is already pre-folded, but you can fold your own. You can have a piece of fabric and just iron in half, and you can prep it the same way. And let's do the other side exactly the same way. Then we will take it to the sewing machine, and we are just gonna do a top stitch. So we can put this on the side. I flipped it inside out. And now we are gonna work on the zipper. So we need a zipper with a pull and also the ending of the zipper. So we will first prep the edge. So what we want to do at the very end, we will pinch it. I don't know if you can see it, and you will turn it so you have 90-degree, and we will clip it. We will do the same thing on the other side. So pinch it and fold it. Okay, I'm just gonna try to do a close-up. So you kind of want to fold it under so it looks better. Okay, so let's make the end zipper tab. We will take a little piece of fabric and we are looking at the good side. So the wrong side facing the table. We are looking at the zipper. So both are the right sides. Put it at the end and wrap it up. Do it on the other side. Wrap it up. And then we are just gonna go to the sewing machine and we are gonna top stitch at the very end. Okay, so we top stitched and now we are gonna flip it. And just get the corners. We are gonna have the iron ready because that's gonna help a lot. And now we will flip it a little bit. Oh, not flip it, fold it. And we will fold it again. And there we have it, the easy way. Now we will go back to the sewing machine and we are just gonna top stitch there. So once we did the zipper end, we will grab the pouch. We will open up the zipper all the way to the other side. And now we are gonna take measuring tape and we will measure from the middle, from the seam, about a ½ inch. So ½ inch on this side and about a ½ inch on the other side. Okay, there we go. And now we will take the zipper. It's gonna be the, you're looking at the right side. We will dip it in. And so what you want to see is the little stick outside. And we will go on the edge. So where it starts, this is where we did the mark. That's where the zipper end is gonna start. Right in here. And now we are gonna clip it. And just go around and clip the whole side. And now we will do the same thing here. So we will measure about a ½ inch, or this time we will do the whole 1 inch. So again, let's do it here. So 1 inch here and 1 inch from the middle, from the seam. Okay. And so we will clip it all the way there. And then we are gonna leave it. and we will take the other side. So make sure it's not twisted. Again, this is supposed to go up, so it's sticking up. And again, we will put it where we have the mark, so that's the end of the zipper, and let's clip it. So it has to match on both sides. And again, we have the mark, which I think I erased with my fingers. So let's measure again, 1 inch. 1 inch is here. So 1 inch, this is where we are gonna stop. Mark it again. This is not the best pen. Okay. And now we are gonna go to the sewing machine and we will top stitch on both sides. We are almost done. We just have to attach the bias tape on top just to cover the raw edges, but we are almost done. So when we look inside of the bag, we don't see any raw edges. The bottom is nice and smooth. And let's try the zipper. Oh yeah, that works nice. So this is how it's gonna look like. It's a medium-sized pouch, not too big, not too small. And let's open it up. Okay, so what we will do, we will again put the zipper inside, and we will take well, first let's cut these pieces off. Let's make them nice and even so they are flush with the PVC. There we go. Now we will take our bias tape, and again I have the tape that is already folded, pre-folded. And let's start somewhere here. I wonder if that's gonna be easy to no, let's start in the bag here, because this is gonna be probably the easiest place to overlap. So let's start here, and we are just gonna cover up the raw edges. We will go we will go all around. Sorry, I'm losing my voice for some reason. When you are back at the beginning, just overlap it a little bit and cut it a little bit further. And now we will cut it kind of on an angle like this. Then you will fold it and overlap the beginning, clip it, and that's it. So make sure the zipper is down, okay? It's not sticking anywhere. Okay, so we top stitched all around, Now we can close it. You can either keep the zipper inside, or if you want, you can keep it outside. It's up to you. But this is how it turned out. I think that's a lovely little bag. See-through on the other side. It has a nice panel on the front. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and you will try this bag. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time on my next project. Don't forget to subscribe.